Hey guys, it's Tay Brasco here, Books of Tay. Today, I'm going to be answering one of the most asked questions I get all the time about living abroad, specifically here in the Philippines. So I decided to make a video about it, and I can refer people back to the video because I get this question like almost every other day. So let me just do this video for you guys. So you have a video and a guide to look back on. So the question I get asked all the time is what is the cost of living in the Philippines, or how much does it cost to live in the Philippines? So today that's the topic, and we're going to talk a little bit about how much does it cost to live here. Okay, so for our first question, how much is rent? Well, rent in the Philippines, let's use Manila since it's the capital. And if you can live in Manila, you can live anywhere in the Philippines. So we'll use Manila as our main hub. So for Manila, okay, let's tackle this two ways, because you have Airbnbs and you have long-term leases. For me, I am an Airbnb guy because I move and travel a lot. So we'll touch on Airbnbs in a second. Let's just focus on the long-term expats who stay in one city or one spot, one location. So you're going to be looking at between $400 to $800 per month for a modern apartment in Manila. And you can stay in Makati. BGC, you could probably do BGC. It'd be a little more expensive. You probably need like $1,000 a month for rent, but you can probably find some locations. But for Makati, you can easily find between $400 to $800 a month with modern apartments, and everything is furnished. Fully furnished, everything's there, and all you're doing is just moving in your items and knickknacks and things like that, your luggage. But the reason why that's hard for rent, because everybody's living and lifestyle is different. They have amenities from people who prefer ultra luxurious living, penthouses. You can they have that available for you if you're into penthouses. If you want just an average modern apartment, they have that. They have things more on the economic level where you see like your backpack travelers, they need something for like 6 months because they're living there and they're going somewhere else to another city. They have things like that. But to get the best deal in the Philippines, you will probably come out cheaper if you do a year lease. Then you can get really good bang for your buck. For the Airbnbs now, that's a little different. That's something I do. It's way more expensive than your year lease because you have the Airbnb fees and they really hit you hard. So what's the price for Airbnbs? If you're living in Manila, I would say, from my experience, the sweet spot is 700. Really 800, but you can get away with 700. But if you have the cash, go for 1,000. But if you don't, the sweet spot is 700, because I've been to many Airbnbs, and when you get below that 700, you know that saying, you get what you pay for? Oh my goodness, I have some Airbnb horror stories. I should probably make a video separate discussing the horror stories. I've had, just a quick story. I've had stories of Airbnbs in Manila where my Airbnb host forgot to pay the electricity, so everything was dark. He forgot to pay the bills, the water was cold, and I had the security knocking on the door like, hey, your rent is late, you didn't pay your bills. I'm like, what rent? I'm just the Airbnb tenant. I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, oh, get the Airbnb host on. And it was a mess. I had to go rent a hotel. It was a mess, but If you try to go under, you can find things like for 300, 400, but you're gonna get what you pay for. It's not gonna be the best. I learned that the hard way, and I discovered that sweet spot for Airbnbs. You don't want to go lower than 700, but if you can afford the 1,000, go for the 1,000. Because every time I've had the 1,000, it was amazing. 800, amazing. So that's the sweet spot when it comes to Airbnbs in Manila. And when you get out of Manila to other cities, it gets a lot cheaper and affordable. So if you have the cash and you can do it for the Airbnbs, go for the Airbnbs. And the Airbnbs is mostly for people who are staying short term or moving a lot or traveling a lot, and they just need a quick place to lay their head for a month or two and go on to the next destination. But for if you're living long term for a year, they have whatever your economic level is. They have things for penthouses. So if you can afford the penthouse, if you like Tay Brasco, I'm just kidding. I don't live in a penthouse. I don't need my DMs to be getting flooded. No penthouse. But they have penthouses. They have ultra luxurious condos that you can get into. They have modern prices for homes, which look very nice. And you won't be disappointed. So anything from $400 to $800 a month you can get easily in Manila for a year lease. And for Airbnbs, your sweet spot is the 700. Okay, for our question number 2, what are monthly expenses look like for food and utilities? Let's start with Airbnb first. So for utilities, when it comes to Airbnb, everything is included. Well, you have some that try to get you on like the AC, but 9 out of 10 times, usually you don't have to worry about any utilities when it comes to Airbnbs, because everything's included with the Airbnb price. So you just pay that one-time Airbnb price and all the utilities are included. But if you do book an Airbnb, double check, read over everything, because sometimes they're a little sneaky. They'll get you saying that, your water or your AC was too high and you owe us now. Like I remember booking one Airbnb, he didn't have any Wi-Fi, but that was on me because I didn't read. He actually had it in his description, but I just glanced over it because I assumed what Airbnb doesn't have Wi-Fi. But when I look back, he was right. It was stated in the description, we don't have Wi-Fi. So when you book your Airbnb, make sure you read over everything. But 9 out of 10 of the times, the utilities are included within the Airbnb price. Now for utilities, that's a little different. Let's start with, you're going to be paying, from the people I talked to, different expats that stay there for like a year. They said like their utilities, including like electricity, water, internet, it usually costs between $100 to $170 per month, though it can fluctuate depending on like their air conditioning, things like that. And for food, man, that's different. Everybody's different. Some people prefer to cook, buy groceries and cook home. Me and a lot of foreigners or expats, we eat out like every day. Like I do no kind of cooking. So I eat out like every day. Like I eat out like probably twice a day. And you can see the meal ranges from $5 to $10. That's like a good sweet spot. If you go to like the American brand restaurants, you're going to pay not exactly American brand price, but you're going to get close to that price range. For example, like say something in TGI Friday costs $20, you'll probably pay like 15, 17, 16, somewhere in that range. But if you do groceries, you can come out a lot cheaper. The groceries are very fresh, affordable, and you can get a great deal if you prefer buying your groceries and cooking it. Oh, if you do your groceries, go to a local market. Don't go to an imported brand store, for example, like SNR. If you go to SNR, you're going to be paying close to American prices because most of the items are imported. You want to go to a local grocery shop to get the local prices. I learned that out the hard way. So yeah, that's another story. But that's something you have to be mindful. If you're going to do groceries, don't go to like the American imported items because you're going to be paying American prices. Go to the local groceries to get a good deal. Or you can just order out every day and eat every day. It's very affordable. You pay, again, $5 to $10. So that's something you can consider to do. So it's definitely possible to have a comfortable living and spend around $1,000 to $1,500 a month, depending on your lifestyle. But I say a good sweet spot for that average lifestyle to be safe, $2,000, man. $2,000 a month. I think you'll be okay. You'll be more than okay. And if you're not partying every night, hanging out every night, $2,000 is more than enough. You'll definitely be safe with that. Okay, for our third question, how affordable is healthcare and transportation in the Philippines? Okay, let's tackle healthcare. For healthcare, I haven't been to the hospital in the Philippines, but from the expats that have stayed in the Philippines for 10, 15, 20 years, they told me that a basic doctor visit can be as low as $15 to $20. And private hospitals are much less expensive than what you would pay for back home. But they did mention to me that if you're going to go to for a doctor visit or hospital, go to private hospitals, because they were telling me something about like you don't have to wait in line. It's better quality. So if you are staying long term in the Philippines, I would probably promote going towards a private hospital. And for transportation, the transportation cost, oh my goodness, it is so minimum. They have things like from jeepneys, tricycles, scooters, which is like motorcycles. Jeepneys is like a bus, to Grab, which is their version of Uber. And so for transportation costs, you can spend anywhere from driving in the Grab, which is their version of Uber, in Manila, I would say $5 to $10, and that will take you most places. You'll spend between that range, which is really affordable, very, very affordable. When you get out of Manila into other cities, it gets even cheaper, really cheaper, like 200 pesos, or like $4, $3. And if you decide to get on like a scooter or motorcycle, which is they call it Move It. And if you hop on a moped or a bicycle or motorbike, you can pay. I've paid like $1 some change, between $1 to like $3. It's very affordable, very, 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 very affordable. And a lot of expats and locals use the Move It, which is like a motorbike transportation, which you can swerve in and out of traffic. So say if you're late or you're in rush hour, hop on a Move It, hop on a moped, hop on a motorbike, and you'll get to your destination a lot quicker, because they can go through in and out of traffic without having to wait for traffic. So that would be a great idea for you to do. So I hope this helps, guys. So I hope I answer some of the main questions I get all the time, so I can refer you guys back to this video. So let's just a quick a recap of how much total a month will you be paying. If you're a backpacker kind of guy, you can probably get by off of $1,300 a month. But for your average expats, I say a good healthy sweet spot is $2,000 a month. You can probably get by on $1,700, but to be comfortable, I think you can do $2,000 a month, $2,000 a month, and that's in Manila. So if you go outside of Manila, the price a month actually goes down a lot. But if most expats stay in Makati or BGC, Then you get into visas and things like that, but we can do another video on visas. So I hope this helped a lot for you guys. I hope I answered a lot of your questions. If you have more questions, don't be afraid, don't be scared. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for all your support. You can reach out to me for more. I can go more in depth. If I get a lot of more comments, I'll go more in depth. I create a more in-depth video, but this is just like an overview. But if you want to reach out to me on Instagram, I can get back to your questions a lot quicker, and my Instagram handles in the description below. That's Books of Tay, and you can find me on Instagram. And whatever questions you may have, don't be scared. Reach out and contact me, talk to me. I reply back. So I hope this helped. I love you guys. Stay tuned. I got some fire content I'm working on for you guys. It's going to be very interesting. I think you're going to enjoy it. So stay tuned. The journey doesn't stop. We keep on going, baby. I love you guys. See you soon. All right. They cut the lights off because my Airbnb host did not pay. So I have no lights. All the electricity is out. So I'm out of here. I'm packing my stuff. I'm gone. I tried. I cannot do it anymore. No lights, no electricity, no air, no nothing. I cannot do this anymore. I'm done.